Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving into a gripping investigation of something called the dead internet. And honestly, it completely flips our understanding of modern digital life right on its head. I mean, we rely on our screens for literally everything, right? Connection, news, entertainment. But the data we're looking at today poses a deeply disturbing question about what is actually waiting for us on the other side of that glass.
Let's start with a massive and quite frankly shocking reality check. 90%. Now, we log online assuming we're participating in this vast network of other real people. But the source material hooks us with a wild claim. You might think you're talking to humans online, but a staggering 90% of the internet has already been taken over by digital ghosts. We aren't just talking about a fraction here, or a small minority of spam accounts. We are talking about the vast, overwhelming majority of the entire web.
It creates this terrifying illusion. On one hand, you have your perceived reality, that organic human-to-human connection you assume you're experiencing in a forum or a social media thread or a comment section. But contrast that with the actual internet. The investigation points out that we are fundamentally just talking to bots. We're essentially projecting our own humanity onto a hollow, automated space, seeking genuine connection in a place that the data suggests is largely, well, artificial.
Okay, moving on to Section 1, the dead internet theory. Let's dive right in and see how this hostile takeover actually happened.
The core of this theory is this insane, almost unbelievable story about a silent assassination. Bots killed the web, and you didn't even notice. It wasn't some sudden, catastrophic server crash that took the global network offline, right? It was a slow, methodical replacement of authentic human interaction with artificial mimicry. Think about the last time you agreed or maybe even argued with a stranger online. There's a very real chance that stranger was just a string of code. We just didn't notice the takeover because these bots were meticulously designed to look, act, and post exactly like us. They adopt our slang, they mimic our outrage, and they even copy our humor.
This leads us right into Section 2, into the dark forest. To truly grasp this, we really need to understand the environment we're currently navigating.
The source defines the modern internet not as a bustling public square of ideas, but as a technological dark forest. In this landscape, AI-generated content and bot farms run absolutely rampant. And the key takeaway here is isolation. Despite being hyper-connected to a global network, real human users are left completely isolated. You're basically wandering through this digital space alone, thinking you're surrounded by a thriving community, when actually you're surrounded by automated systems that are simply echoing into the void.
Which brings us to Section 3, the artificial engagement loop. Let's look at the actual mechanics of how this dark forest operates to deceive us.
So, this deception relies on a self-sustaining feedback loop. First, AI generates the original content. This could be an inflammatory hot take, a seemingly authentic lifestyle photo, or a controversial political meme. Then, almost immediately, automated bots swoop in to engage with it. They like it, they share it, and they drop pre-programmed comments that sound entirely human. Finally, the platform's algorithms, which just blindly reward high engagement, boost this completely fake interaction and serve it right up to real humans like you and me. It's literally a closed loop of AI talking to bots, and we're just sitting there observing a manufactured virality, totally assuming it's organic popularity.
Now, you have to ask who's actually pulling the strings here, right? That's Section 4, shadow companies selling identity.
Because this isn't just an accident of runaway technology. The investigation reveals that shadowy companies are actively operating behind the scenes, literally commodifying and selling identity. It's treated like a product on a digital shelf. Imagine an ad agency or a bad actor wanting to make a product or an idea look universally beloved. They don't need real fans anymore, they just need a budget. You can buy fake accounts with deep-faked profile pictures and rich backstories. You can purchase manufactured likes in massive bulk and order artificial comments tailored to whatever narrative you want to push. Human interaction has become a cheap commodity.
And that brings us to the ultimate, highest-stakes consequence of this whole system. Section 5, manufacturing human consensus. This perfectly captures the terrifying reality of the dead internet, a world where human consensus is a manufactured product. I mean, wow, consensus, that general agreement of society on what is true, what is important, or what is popular, that used to be a purely organic phenomenon. But think about it. If 90% of the web is bots, and engagement can just be bought, what happens to public opinion? What you think is popular is no longer a genuine reflection of human society. It's a product, carefully designed by whoever controls the bots and feeds those algorithms. Before we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this deeply unsettling thought. The very next time you log on and you find yourself agreeing with the internet, ask yourself, who actually changed your mind? Was it a thoughtful, genuine argument from a fellow human being? Or was it a perfectly engineered illusion from the dark forest, designed solely to manufacture your agreement? Keep questioning what's behind your screens. Thanks so much for joining me.